What's up, Heat Seekers? My name is Joe Otis from joeislit.com, and welcome to this week's edition of Lit Picks. It is NFL draft time, and we've been waiting nearly 3 months for some more NFL action. Free agency was kind of boring to me, and it is just great to be back here with a nice edition of Lit Picks. There we go. We're back. That's right, Tim. We're here. We need to get some people in here. Mom, Dad, Uncle Frank, where are you guys? Buzz? I mean, we need to get some viewers. Come on, guys. Come on in here. Because I'm going to be live talking about the NFL draft, what I think is going to happen. And I'm just really, really excited about it. I'm flying solo tonight. But it should still be some fun. If you wanted to give me some random wrestling trivia, I got you on that. Hopefully there'll be some fun. If we get some jokes in here. Come on, everybody. Come on in. Let's have a great time. And, let's get this started. So, but actually, before we get started, I have a question for you guys, and you can leave an answer in the chat. I want to know from you, what is the most lit day drinking NBA basketball jersey? So, say, for example, you're a thick guy like me, and if you want to wear like an NBA basketball jersey, maybe you got to lose probably 20 or 30 pounds or so. What is the best day drinking NBA jersey? So, I'm looking champion. Like NBA champion from the 90s. And my pick right now would be Larry Johnson, Charlotte Hornets #2. Tell me what you think. I want something nice for the summertime. I want to look sexy, when I go drinking. Tell me what you think. And let's do some questions in the chat. We got, hey, friend. I guess he is doing double time at the gym. It's tough out there. So, we'd love to hear some of your answers here. But I mean, we're here to talk the NBA draft. So, I mean, there's no regular lit picks this week where we're keeping score, but I might just keep score personally. So, let's get into it, folks. So, let's see what we got here. Got to go with the Bill Murray Toon Squad jersey. That's pretty cool. I do like that one. Where do you find that one? On eBay or, is it like on like Fanatic or something like that where you can find that? But we got the LeBron James one coming out soon. I really don't want that one. Michael Jordan, Bugs Bunny, perhaps I would want one of those. But I'm going with I really, really am looking on eBay. I'm looking at like the Charlotte Hornets jerseys. I love the color, love the blue. Maybe go with a Knicks or a Sixers old school, like Clarence Weatherspoon or something. But I don't know. All right, so let's just get this over with, guys. I mean, it's pretty easy. The first pick. I mean, Trevor Lawrence. Come on. He's already. I wouldn't be surprised if Trevor Lawrence is going to be in Jacksonville on Thursday night when they do announce the pick, instead of him, being there. Maybe he'll do like a little surprise appearance, because I don't think he's going to be in the green room at the draft. What if he just shows up in Jacksonville and gives Shad Khan a big hug, gives Urban Meyer a nice little fist bump, celebrates there, and breaks the record for the longest hug in Jacksonville with the Jacksonville fans and the Jacksonville staff. I don't see anything. I mean, you look at their needs. They need a quarterback. They need a tight end, offensive line, defensive line, and cornerback. But you don't do horrible in a season and pick number 1 overall without going with the clear number 1 overall choice, which is Trevor Lawrence. You've heard other people say other things like Zach Wilson is the number 1, but I don't really buy that. All right, let's see. LeBron probably does. I don't know. He probably doesn't want to leave his money. Love her hair. All right, so I got something new here we're checking out with this StreamYard. So we're going to try this little scrolling action across the screen. So that way you can see the ticker. We got who I'm picking first, which is Trevor Lawrence, as we all know. And I got the little ticker going by across my face. So now we're going to talk about the New York Jets. So, their needs are quarterback, running back, tight end, offensive line, cornerback, safety, outside linebacker, or everything. So they're picking seconds here. So you got to figure they're taking a quarterback. I think it might be, I think what I would have said that the Jets probably should have done before they traded Sam Darnold was to trade down and keep Darnold, see what Darnold can do. He's on his last year on his rookie deal, but the Carolina Panthers, they're going to have to see what's going to happen now with Sam Darnold, because they obviously traded for him. And there's not a lot of pressure on the Panthers, but the Jets could have could have waited to see what Sam Darnold could have done for that last year. Maybe traded down for a boatload more picks. Maybe even get an offensive lineman or a receiver. But you got to think it's probably crazy, and you're probably not getting much value at the second overall pick to take a lineman or a receiver there. So they also need running back, and I don't see any running backs being taken in the first round any longer. So with that being said, I mean, this is no shocking news here, folks. I'm going to go with Zach Wilson, the quarterback from BYU, and that's who I think is going to go second. Like I said before, he probably already has the playbook already. So there is, we have a surprise guest coming in here, folks. Hold on a second. I got to send the invite out here while we're live. All right, hold on a second, guys. This is Mike Francesa style here. All right, folks. Okay. So everyone, tell me some more what you guys think about that. Tell me what you guys think about that NBA jersey. Like, what should I get? Say I'm thick, and I want to look good at the beach or poolside. What should I be getting for an NBA jersey? Chicago Bulls. I've always wanted a Chicago Bulls jersey. Don't get a Jordan Red 23 classic. What do you think? Okay, let's go to the audience. Did you hear Sam Darnold and Arnold Palmer are buddies? Yeah, I definitely put the Colts up here. What the hell was that all about? I'll fix that. Hold on, folks. All right, so let me get this scroll going by right now. I definitely made a mistake here. They drink together. They're drink together with Darnold Palmer. I like that. Brian Big Country Reeves is a good one. I like that. Did you and your son enjoy the Phillies game? Yeah, it was a great time. All right, hold on a second. I got to get our special guest in here. Oh, never mind. Hold on. So how's everybody doing tonight? I got to know this. What's going down? All right, so we should be getting our guests in here in a little bit. Mikey says Jordan Black I like Jordan Black. My brother had a Jordan jersey that was black with the red pinstripes. Let's see. Red Sean Bradley. That's good. Special is the key. I guess you can say that's true. We'll see if Billy will make an appearance tonight, but we're gonna go with our third pick right now, and I think this is kind of ridiculous. I don't agree with this choice. What's going to happen next? And here's going to be the first appearance with the water bottle. So I don't agree with the next choice here, but I'm just going with what I think probably is going to happen. Because at the third overall pick, I think that Justin Fields should be taken. I mean, I understand that there's some sort of stigma with him, being an Ohio State quarterback. Wink, wink. I don't agree with anything that people are thinking about Justin Fields. He's probably the second best quarterback in the draft, and for some reason he's falling. He has some sort of illness. He has some sort of illness that he's a vegan. I mean, he's overcome his illness to be a star. He led his team to the national championship game, but I think it's kind of ridiculous that he's looked at And some people are taking him 32nd overall in the draft. I remember the big controversy with Dan Orlovsky a few weeks ago where they said, "Oh, he doesn't work hard enough." Yeah, okay, whatever. Um, so I think this is going to be a really bad choice for the Niners, and I think they're just going to go take Mac Jones, quarterback, Alabama. I mean, this guy really impressed you as much as Justin Fields did. I mean, Justin Fields has the arm, the size. He has a ton of what you need to be a quarterback in the NFL. I think that he can really turn the team around. But for some reason, I heard that Kyle Shanahan really likes Mac Jones. I don't really agree with this pick at all. I think this could very well spell the end for Kyle Shanahan if this is a bad pick. I mean, we've seen coaches everywhere who you look at Doug Peterson. He just got fired this offseason, so he won the Super Bowl and he got fired. So I don't think any job is really necessarily safe in the NFL. So I think this is going to be a really big mistake on the 49ers part. But I mean, what can you say? I mean, I really think that they should be taking Justin Fields here, but yeah, I think they're gonna just take Mac Jones. So, all right, let's go to the audience. Let's see. Looks like you're drinking from a water tower. I know that's my gallon jug. See if I can go through the whole thing while I'm live streaming with you guys. You're having trouble typing. You look like Samuel Jackson, Trask Park. Is that when his arm fell off and was hanging off because the dinosaur ate him? Mac Jones going third will be the craziest pick of the draft, and then it's probably going to happen. I just emailed you, Mike. Come on. All right, hold on a second, folks. Let's see. He took the water cooler from Titan Towers back in '95. Stole it from the Warner Brothers lot. Very funny, guys. Hey, don't you like Jones? Not really. Jones is very intelligent, according to scouts. Yeah, is really intelligent with his 2 DUIs. Brad Miller with the 2-run shot. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do. I'm actually watching the Phillies at the same time. Or I'm sorry, not really watching. I'm just checking the score as we go here. 3-3 right now in the 5th inning. All right, hold on a second. I gotta send him his invite. Okay, let's go on to the next pick here now. Our next pick is the Atlanta Falcons. They are the 4th overall pick, and I think that it might be wise for them to trade down here and maybe get some more, maybe get a package of picks for that 4th overall, maybe get a couple first rounders perhaps. But I think that what you got to realize is that, I mean, the Atlanta Falcons they're still an offense. Every time I watch them, I think they could be an offensive juggernaut, but it hasn't come through the last few years. They have very much they have not been doing very well. Regress is the word I'm thinking of. And I mean, I think that maybe Matt Ryan, he's the 2016 NFL MVP. I think you should give him. He's getting up there in age, of course. He's going into I believe, his 14th season this year, and but still, once again, he was the MVP in 2016. He had a great season that year. Went to the Super Bowl. We all know how 28-3 went, and I think that you should still try to build around him. I think that the people reaching for quarterbacks in this draft here, I think that they're going to be mistaken. I think there's going to be another quarterback coming out next year, and like there is every year. And I think that the smart thing to do is to get some weapons for Matt Ryan, try to build around him, and maybe later on in the draft, get a running back. So I'm taking Kyle Pitts here. I think that this is the smart move, taking Kyle Pitts at tight end. Gosh. See what the fans have to say. He's trying to enter, folks. Did you get the email, Mike? Probably going to take a bunch. They're, you know what? I like their black uniforms for the Falcons. Text me your email, Mike, just to make sure that we have it. So the Sixers won 127-83 over the Hawks. So, I mean, the Sixers are looking good. I'm excited about that. I feel like Mike Francesa right now. Okay, we're back. Falcons regressed like me doing rush football. I don't think it's Kyle Shits. I think he's pretty good. Atlanta D was stellar last year. They don't need help there. Tony Maloney. Good reference there. So like I said, I think that you really need to build behind Matt Ryan. That's why I'm going with Kyle Pitts here. So let's add him to the draft board. Do you think Mike will come in at some point? And you guys heard it here first because we like to have some sort of surprises. So this is my surprise for you. If Mac Jones becomes Rookie of the Year, I will eat a ghost pepper live on camera. What do you guys think of that? And Pat in the audience here remembers what happened the last time I had a really spicy pepper. I was at the Atlantic City, the pool club at the Harris. I had a nice ghost pepper, and all of a sudden, I was sitting there and you heard it. And then it sounded like a dolphin kind of. So then the bartender gave me some sort of like bitters and sugar type mixture, and then saved me there from. It's funny. All right, so yeah, I am sending it, Mike. It went right. It should have went through. I'll try a different email for you if you'd like. I love the live stress on Joe's face trying to troubleshoot for cause. General for life at Gmail. All right, so we're going to get to the 5th overall pick. So up next is the Cincinnati Bengals. So there's this funny meme that I saw on Twitter where basically you see there's a picture of Joe Burrow sitting there, and you can see like who should we pick right now, and he has like a scar right on his knee, right where he had surgery at. So I mean, The thing is, you can take Jamar Chase right here. You can take Jamar Chase right here, or you can, take an offensive lineman, which is what they need. And what I'm going to say that the Cincinnati Bengals are going to take, we're doing it live, folks. I'm saying that the Cincinnati Bengals are going to take Penei Sewell, the offensive tackle for Oregon. What do you guys think about that? I don't know how that's going to happen, but it could. We're live, pal. That's right. Hey, this is the most viewers I've had in a long time, so I'm happy about that. Let me add it to the ticker. Forward. All right, so then we're at the 6th pick right now. And the 6th pick will be the Miami Dolphins. And they got that from the Philadelphia Eagles. So I think that the Dolphins are going to, at this point, add on a wide receiver. And I'm going to take Jamar Chase. I don't know where the apostrophe goes at. And he's out of LSU. What do you guys think about this pick? There you go. Oregon needs more time working in the chutes. Power and verticals. See 5 and 6. Glad you can type that in. Thought this was Wayne's World. Yep. Miami should sell the farm for Watson. I mean, is that a good option right now? What do you guys think about that? I wouldn't. I'm worried about Watson even playing again at this point. With that being said, now the Detroit Lions are on the clock. So, with the 7th pick in the draft, the Detroit Lions will select Devontae Smith, wide receiver from Alabama. What do you guys think about that? That's pretty funny. Trade. Boo. I don't know what's going on with your email, Mike, because I just sent it from my phone. Yeah, I mean, I think people think Devontae Smith is undersized, and that could be something that's lacking for him and moving on to the NFL. But yeah, I mean, he's the guy who won the Heisman Trophy. So I mean, I think that a lot of people are down on him for some reason, which I don't necessarily agree with. But yeah, I mean, I would say what you should do is definitely take Devontae Smith in 7th overall. I mean, you think they're going to trade, is what Mike says. I mean, it'd be great to have him in here right now. I don't think Detroit goes wide receiver. I think they need a wide receiver right now. Economic. Oh, come on. I don't know what to tell you, folks. You guys like to watch live destruction on TV. That's what it is. You got Pat Rose with the ha. I don't know if that's actually Pat or a different Pat. Let's see. Police is the three. That's true. All right. So with that being said, we're now moving on to the 8th pick. All right. So on the clock right now is the Carolina Panthers. So I think people are expecting a trade to be happening at some point, and I haven't picked any trades because I think if a trade was going to happen, it's. I think if a trade was going to happen, it would have happened by now. There are trades that happen on draft night, but I mean, I'm thinking of moves like when the Chiefs moved up to take Patrick Mahomes when they went up from like in the 20s to 10 or 11 overall. And with the Panthers, they just traded for Sam Darnold. They just traded Teddy Bridgewater today. I think what they have to do is they have to get an offensive lineman right now. So with that being said, my selection right now for the Carolina Panthers is Rashawn Slater, offensive tackle from Northwestern. So, I mean, this guy has handled Chase Young. He buried him when they played back in college when Chase Young was at Ohio State. And he took off the 2020 season, and I mean, that'll only benefit him right now. Is there going to be any rust? I think he'll get that out of the way in camp. So, yes, I mean, I think Rashawn Slater is the pick here. What do you guys think? Let's see. Probably going to oh, look, there he is.
Oh,
Hold on a second, folks. Here he comes.
I'm back. There was
Give it a second. Hold on. Here it comes. Hold on. Hello.
Can you hear me? You got me?
I can hear you.
Yeah, I
Bob
don't know
has to
what was
say.
going on. I've checked my email 55 times and finally it went back in there. So I don't know what the problem was, but we're good to go.
All right. And Bob says, and by that I mean 50 boxes of spam in his kitchen. What do you think of that?
It's true. I mean, I don't know. I have no idea. I don't know if I don't spam. I don't think I've ever eaten spam. Have you?
I maybe had it once in my life.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever eaten it. I don't know.
My cousin Mike thinks that New England will trade up to this spot. What do you think?
I actually kind of agree with that.
I mean, I
think the Bears are a prime candidate too. I think the Bears might trade up and take Fields or Lance. I think this is a prime spot here where Detroit or Carolina is going to trade their pick away, and it's going to go. I think Chicago could move up too.
Okay, I mean, I can see that as well. I really think that the Panthers, they have to get an offensive lineman right now. They have to protect their quarterback, their investment, Sam Darnold, that they just traded for. I mean, if they did trade down, they could get another offensive tackle later on in the draft. But I think that Rashawn Slater is just probably one of the top 2 linemen that we got in this draft, and he can very well be a perennial All-Pro for them.
What did I say to you a month ago about him? Do you remember I texted you a month ago?
Great.
That's the guy I wanted.
And Mark says that they're going to take a quarterback, and I've heard that they like Fields a lot. I mean, that could probably happen, but I think they have to protect Sam Darnold.
Here's the deal, and this is what I was saying before. Take Carolina taking an offensive player. Last year they went all defense. This year they're going to go offense. So that's the best bet. That's the best way to do things right now. So I would say Carolina's going to take an offensive player.
His brother AC was a good high school quarterback in California. That's funny. Keep cutting me off. Let's see what we got here. I'm scared of that mug. Sweet.
My wife did it.
Detroit will never trade their pick to the Bears.
Carolina.
Carolina, yeah, that's where we're at now. All right, so we're going to be moving on to the next pick. And let's see. Did you go to Supercuts?
It was free, my wife.
His wife. So that's on the clock. We have the Denver Broncos. They just got Teddy Bridgewater. So I mean, what are they going to do here? If you look at their needs, I mean, they need to get an offensive lineman. What do you think, Mike?
I think that the same thing. I think this completely changed everything. Thank goodness it happened today, because originally they were going to take Trey Lance. I think this is scary for me because they might go corner now. And that's why it concerns me, because this is a place where I think Horn can go or Surtain can go, and that means the Eagles are out of luck.
That's true. I mean, it is a need for the Broncos, but I think that, I mean, what are you going to, you got Drew Lock and Teddy Bridgewater. Like, are you going to, is that good enough for you a quarterback at this point? I mean, I think that, all right, this is my official pick.
You think they're going to take three and have a 3-person competition and release one of them?
I don't know.
This is a prime candidate too. Maybe they trade back here too. Maybe another team comes in and says, you know what, we just got our quarterback. You know, what do you guys want to offer us for it? This is a prime candidate too to trade back. It's interesting.
Okay. Well, here's my pick. This is what's going to happen. I think there is going to be a trade at this point. And I think that this is where the New England Patriots move up, and they're going to take Justin Fields, quarterback, Ohio State. I mean, if you look at how it was before, I mean, moving up with, like I said, if they go up to Detroit, they can move up with Carolina. I think this is a good spot for them. I mean, it's only 6 picks, so they probably don't have much to give up. And I think they're going to get Justin Fields. I think Justin Fields, like I said earlier, is the second best quarterback in this draft, if not the first. I think he's very impressive, and I mean, he has the tools. I think he runs a 4.40. He has a cannon, and I think that, I mean, people were just worried about him being an Ohio State quarterback, but I mean, I like him. I think he's, like I said, the second best quarterback. I don't think the Eagles should go quarterback right now. I think they got to stick with Hurts, but you know.
Listen, if you think that he's going to go there, which I do think he goes later, there's a take on there that it's I believe it's him going above or over or under 7.5, and take the over on that, because I don't think he goes under 7 picks. So I would take the over on that with him.
With Fields?
Yeah.
Wow. Let's see. Hot Krispy Kreme or cold Sam Adams? I have never had a Krispy Kreme donut in my life.
You don't know what you are missing. That is on. You know what? When we start in the fall, I'm going to get it and bring it to your house and deliver it to you.
You're going to come see me in the fall? That's nice.
Yeah.
I like that. Krispy Kreme will not give you a free dozen list.
For the first Lit Pick show.
No, before you go. I'm not eating a dozen donuts. That's not good enough for me.
I will.
Ooh, now Didi just got hit in the face. What's going on here? Are they getting pegged with balls?
Who are they playing?
They're playing the Cardinals. It's the last game in the series. All right, so then let's move forward now with the next pick in the draft. So on the clock right now, so we just said New England. New England just took the quarterback right there. So we'll move Denver to the 15th spot, and we have the Dallas Cowboys. They're up right now. So I don't think there's much of a mystery here with how the Cowboys are going to go, because I think that they definitely desperately need help on defense. And with that being said, I think that it's one of the guys that I don't really want to see taken, but I mean, I don't think you're a big fan of his. I think they're taking Patrick Surtain. What do you think?
I agree with that. I could also see Jones taking Horn too. I think it's going to be one or the other. Yeah, I like Horn. I think he's my top guy, actually. Mm-hmm. You know, when you look at actual like talent, like I think Surtain may have reached his talent. Like he's in Alabama. He's coached by one of the best defensive back coaches you could possibly get to. Now you're saying, you know, Horn is a guy where he may have max. You don't know about this potential. I think Horn even covered Pitts, didn't he? I mean, playing in Florida, he covered him. So, you know, he
covered Smith
slot
too.
Guys. Yeah. So like he can cover slot guys. Like I don't know. I kind of would like Horn But I think this is as sure as you can get.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I think this is a safe one.
Bob wants to know how you would rank Fields.
I like Fields. I liked him in college. I said when we were watching the championship game, I was like, he's going to be the second quarterback taken. And then I guess, Wilson I think he's going to be a good quarterback.
I have a question. Do you think that who's better, Fields or Kyler Murray?
You just want me to say the name, don't you?
Uh-huh.
You want me to say Kyler Murray?
Yeah, Murray.
That's what you want me to. Is it official? Is that his name? It is official, Murray?
It's Murray. I asked him on Twitch, actually. He says it's Murray.
So I've been right all along, and you've been criticizing me.
No, you say Murray.
Do I say Kyler Murray? I guess.
Yeah. Now, the next thing about the Giants is that I don't know why every single year it seems like the Giants need to have some sort of help on their offensive line. So with that being said, I think they're going to go with the lineman here, and I think who they'll pick is. Let's see. I got to spell this name correctly. I should have probably done this beforehand. That probably would have been a good idea. So with the 11th pick, the Giants are going to select Elijah Vera Tucker, offensive guard, USC. What do you think?
So I actually had that as a potential. He's like a mid-tier. I think he's like 15 to 18, 15 to 20 type pick. I think it's a little early. It is the Giants. You never know what they're going to do. I literally have no idea what they're going to do. They're like the big question mark because they don't trade, right? Isn't that they're like Gettleman never trades up or down? So it's like I have no idea. I'm scared that they take a D-back here as well, where you have the Cowboys and then the Giants both taking corners, and then the Eagles are like, all right, we're stuck with taking a receiver, which is a terrible idea.
I hope they don't take a corner. I don't think they're going to. I think they have enough corners on their team. That's why I'm going to take this. That's why I'm going with Vera Tucker here.
I think it's a little early, but you never know.
And now the Eagles are up. Let's see what our fans have to say right now. Let's see.
Yeah, I can't read the chat.
I'll read it. What is that supposed to be? This is probably going to get shut down now because we're talking about this stuff. He's going with double negatives right here.
Right I'm going to have to head out soon. I have to make my kids bottles.
You do? Spring keyboards.
It's fine. I'll get that.
And his dot matrix printer. Waddle or Horn? We're up to that next, so I'm like, at least stick around for this. All right?
Yeah, I'm hanging out. I'll hang out for the next like 5 or 10 minutes, and I'm going to head out.
All right.
My wife said she'd take care of it, so we'll see.
So with the 12th pick, I mean, I think that this is I'm going to basically think that be optimistic here because I whatever I want isn't going to happen. It never happens that way. So I'm taking J.C. Horn. I want J.C. Horn. I think he's the next Richard Sherman, everyone says, and I can definitely agree with that. And I have a funny feeling that the Eagles are going to do something else. Like, for example, maybe they'll take this Micah Noor guy, or maybe they'll take Waddle or something like that. But who's the other guy they're talking about that they like? His name is like Bryce something or
who?
There's another guy that the Eagles supposedly like that Cowie's really into. It looks like a reach, to be honest with you.
Well, if he's into it, great.
Anybody in the chat know what I'm talking about? Let's see. DM from Michigan that's probably who I'm thinking of.
The pay. Yeah, no.
Yeah, that's right.
No, they're not going to take him that early. I don't think.
Yeah, no, the guy from Michigan. I think
last time they drafted at the end at number 15, I walked out.
Jerome McDougal.
No.
Who was it? John Harris.
Walked out of my draft party.
Do you remember Jerome McDougal though?
Yeah. Played against him, I think. He went to Miami.
He did play. He did. Yeah, he went to Miami.
Played against him.
So I mean, I definitely think that they have to go with Horn here. I mean, like I said, they need a cornerback. I think they will be very well with having Slay and Horn, side by side. I mean, that's almost.
Listen, if you don't have a pass rush, you need to have 2 good corners. I mean, that's just the way it is. So I would like Slater to fall here. I've told you that before. Like, that's my guy. I want him. I wish that they would get him. And if Slater, what would you do if Horn is gone? If he gets taken ahead of time, what if the Giants take Horn? What would you do?
If the Giants take Horn, I think you have to take Jalen Waddle, I think.
Yeah, see, I think the Eagles, if that happens, I want them to trade back. I don't want a wide receiver. I don't think they need to draft that at all. I would be very upset.
You don't think they need to draft a receiver?
No, not at all. I mean, think about it. What is your, when you go into free agency, right? Can you get a prime offensive lineman in free agency? No. Can you get a prime D-back in free agency? No. Can you get a prime wide receiver in free agency? Yes. Therefore, why are you going to draft one when you've missed on the last 4? Now you're going to pick another wide receiver. It's not going to make a difference. They could have put Jerry Rice on that team last year, and they weren't going to win many more games. Didn't make a difference. That's my point.
Danny Watkins' best Eagles pick ever.
I would love for the Eagles to get Horn. I'd be very happy with that.
All right. I think that right now there's another trade right now at number 13. And I think the Chicago Bears are going to move up and they're going to take Trey Lance, quarterback, North Dakota State. What do you think?
That's interesting there. I could see that happening because I think the one thing that the Chargers need is linemen. And according to your draft right now, what you're doing, you've taken the 3 off the board. So unless they go with Barrymore, is that the other guy? Unless they go there,
the guy from Virginia Tech, right. Yeah.
So if they go there, then maybe that. But other than that, yeah, I mean, I can see them saying, you know what, we're just going to drop back and maybe get him at that late at times. I mean, that's not a bad pick there. I would have chosen probably one of the linemen, like the guy that you took before with the Giants. Or I think Slater's actually go. I think Slater or Sewell actually falls down to them, but
really?
Yeah, that's not a bad idea there because I do think Chicago. Like I said, I have Chicago trading up to either the Lions or whatever. So I think that's a good call with them trading up.
All right.
Is Foles still on the team, by the way?
Yeah, he is actually. I don't know why. Yeah, Foles is still on the team. It's like nobody's really giving him much of a look or a chance to take the start on the quarterback job. They're all in for Andy Dalton. I don't know why.
They invested a lot of money in him.
Yeah, with Foles, invested a lot of money in him, right?
Are they paying him though?
I think so. He signed a huge contract when he was in Jacksonville,
but not with them. Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. So who's paying the contract?
I don't know. I would think the Bears are. Let's see what our chat has to say here.
Aren't they?
Pat thinks the Eagles will trade back if a team wants a quarterback and get another first rounder for 4 first next year.
Yeah, I could see that.
That's a true rebuild.
That'd be awesome. Why not? That'd be the greatest thing. That'd be a fun draft to do next year. We could all do it live, hopefully.
It would be horrible to watch this next season, though. If they
Were you with us when we went to the live draft at the link?
The live draft at the link? No, I wasn't there for that.
I think I was with Mark then and Dom. I think Bob was with us too. I forget.
Mark and Dom and Bob?
I don't remember who was there. I thought you were there. I don't remember why we went.
No, I wasn't. All right, well, let's move on to the next pick here. So I think that the Vikings are going to go with an interior defensive lineman, and they're going to take Minnesota's going to take Christian Barmore, the defensive lineman from Alabama. What do you think about this guy?
I kind of agree with that. I think I definitely think they're good, and Minnesota kind of knows what they're doing. So I kind of agree with that. I think they definitely go interior. If they don't go interior, then I think they go with the DN from Michigan. I think that's one of the ways they'll go. They'll either go interior or they'll go edge rush. So I think it's going to be one of those.
Why do people like this defensive lineman from Michigan for? What did he do that was so special?
Don't know. I think it's maybe just raw talent where they're just expecting it. I think that, the Miami guy is Phillips. Phillips. He's legit. It just, the problem is with him is, I guess, he had concussions throughout his career. So I guess there's medical concerns with him, but he might be the best DN that's actually out there.
Really? Yeah. I think a lot of people have Jalen Phillips as number 1.
Yeah. And they said if he's healthy, I don't think there's any question. He is Chase Young with a different name.
So with that being said, I think that Carolina, they moved back from number 9 and moved back from 8 to 15. And Denver moved back from number 9 to 15. I'm sorry about that. So Denver's on the clock right now. And with that being said, they're actually going to get a lineman that they want. So the top 3 linemen in the draft is going to be available, and it's going to be Christian Darrisaw, another Christian offensive tackle from Virginia Tech. What are you thinking right now?
So I don't have them. Like I said, I had the different trade up with the I had either the Lions going back there, and I can see this being whoever goes here, this could be like a Lions or this could be a Panthers. I can see this is where Michael Parsons goes. I could see this falling to where I could see this to see where he's falling right here at this prime spot here with one of those teams that traded back and took this from the Patriots or even the Patriots take him.
Interesting.
Yeah.
All right, so right now we're moving fast here right now.
Because you didn't have him off the board, right? I don't think you have him off the board yet.
No, I didn't. He was on there.
And I'm probably going to head out in like 5 minutes.
Okay. So. All right, so next on the clock is the Arizona Cardinals, and the way I see it is they are right now. Larry Fitzgerald, he's definitely past his prime. Was he going to play next year? I think he's going to give another shot. You're going to get Kyler Murray some more options here. So I'm going to go with Jalen Waddle, wide receiver for Alabama. What do you think?
I have no idea with this pick. I really don't. I think that, I mean, if he falls that far, then I think that's a tremendous pick for them. Yeah, I have no idea with this pick. Like I said, this could be it could be a corner. It could be like a Sane Samuel. It could be I don't think Horn's going to fall that far. Like it could be one of those. I really this is a tough one with Arizona. And I mean, they just picked up Watt, so I don't think they need that edge rusher. It's a tough one. Do they need linebackers? Because then you can look at like Zach Collins. But yeah, I mean, if Waddle's there,
they do need linebackers. Yes.
If Waddle's there, it's a great pick for them, especially with Hopkins and Kirk, and then they have Waddle because they love to run that spread set. So,
I mean, and then next on the clock, there's someone that I said the top 3 linemen. This guy could be a top 3 lineman. This is I think probably the best right tackle in the draft. I'm going to say that the Las Vegas Raiders and then I'm screwing up with the numbers here. Sorry about that, folks. This should actually be 17. It's hard to host and edit the banners at the same time, but I'm taking Tevin Jenkins, the offensive tackle from Oklahoma State. I've watched this guy bury people into the ground. He looks phenomenal. What do you think?
Yeah, I like that. I think it may be a little early, but like I said, if you have those runs, I mean, there's one thing that shows that wins games, and that's the trenches. The line is where you win. And it obviously showed in the Super Bowl where you have one of the best quarterbacks in the league and the best receivers in the league. And it didn't matter because they had no tackles. So I can see that here. I think maybe they go with defense. It's Gruden. So, yeah, they're going to probably pick some kind of offensive play. They might even pick Waddle or trade up to get to – you never know. They just like speed. They just like all receivers that run like 4.2s, if you look at their lineup. But, yeah, that's a good one there. Speaking of that, I think Waddle, by the way, there's a thing on there for Waddle. I believe it's like him over under 9.5. Take the over on that. I don't think he goes under 10.
Vikings might laugh in our face again this year after we pick. Vikings definitely going defense. Let's see. Pat thinks they're going to be a top 10 pick.
No, I take the over on that, 9.5.
Let's see. Warhogs.
What coach on the hot seat? Vikings?
What, Bob? What coach on the hot seat?
Or Gruden?
You would think Gruden. He signed a 10-year contract.
Yeah, did he sign like a 9-year deal? Like he's basically there,
Look at this. Now the Dolphins are on the clock for the second pick in the first round.
Right.
And let's see.
You had them taking Chase, right, in the first?
Chase, yeah. So I mean, I'm looking at the list here. They have quarterback as a need for them. I don't know about that. I don't think they should take a quarterback right now. And maybe this is a little crazy at this point. I mean, look at what they have left. I mean, the next offensive tackle is Dylan Raduns from North Dakota State. There's some good interior linemen they can get. I mean, I think that maybe at this point they don't draft for need and they get an edge rusher at this point. And let's see. Well, how about you go first? Who do you think they're taking now?
So in this one, I have them going offensive lineman. I have
Okay.
them taking the offensive lineman, the Jenkins. And I mean, like I said, following what your picks are, I think it makes perfect sense of what you have them doing right now. With kind of moving with that, you had them taking Chase, you have them going there, and with everybody who you've had picked, I think if you do pick the D end from either Miami or Michigan, I think that you're on the right track with how your draft board's going. If that's the way you're going, yeah,
That's
yep,
actually
I
going.
agree with that. Like I said, I would have them taking a lineman. I think they're going to go receiver O lineman, but that could be another spot that they go to.
I think at this point you have to go with the best player available, and I'm taking Jalen Phillips, who like you said, he could be Chase Young.
Yeah.
All right, let's check who's next on the clock here. We got the football team.
This is tough.
Let's see. So,
because it's like everybody needs linemen. It's like what do you do?
Yeah.
There's not that many. I don't know.
So what are their needs? They need a quarterback, wide receiver, tight end, O-line, linebacker, cornerback. So they basically need everybody. So, I mean, at this point, let's see. I mean, there's still a really solid player on the board here that I think they'll take, and it's not probably a top need that they have, but I'm going to take the Redskins will take Caleb Farley, cornerback, Virginia Tech. What do you think about that?
I think he falls a little bit further. I think he falls a little bit further down into like 23, 24, 25 range. I think they're going to go. I have them going with Zach Collins.
Zach Collins, linebacker. Zaven Collins.
Zayden Collins, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, I mean that could definitely very well happen. Let's see what our audience has to say.
If Farley wasn't, if he didn't have the injury, like I guess Woods is having, he had surgery on he's had like back issues, right? If he hasn't had those, he would probably be a top 5, top 10 pick.
Bob says the Cardinals coach.
Oh, I don't think so.
I don't think so. I mean, they were 8-8 last year. I was thinking running back as well. I was actually thinking about that the football team probably was going to take a running back there. Maybe
they hit on Gibson last year in the 3rd round. I don't see that.
Yeah. Or maybe Miami taking the running back there, perhaps. I was thinking that as well. Might be aggressive and get like Kyle. I think Kyle Trask is the next. Farley lives in a van down by the river.
Yeah, actually, so going with that, you mentioned the name right there. I was going to talk about is Trask. There's a thing on there that says him over under 72.5. Take the under on that. He's going to go in the 2nd or 3rd round, especially as well as what's his name, the quarterback from Stanford, Davis. I can't remember his name right now. He's another one. Take him under early. So
why would they have him at 72? That seems crazy.
Yeah, I don't know. He's a 72.5.
All right, so once again, now we're at number 20, and earlier, remember, the Chicago Bears traded with the Los Angeles Chargers. And let's talk about some of the Chargers' need here. They need a wide receiver, tight end, offensive tackle, defensive line, quarterback, and safety. So you're going to want to protect Justin Herbert. So when you look at the offensive linemen that are still available, I mean, I'm just checking right now. I took Jenkins. I mean, I don't really see anybody that right now that I would want to take. I don't see any value right now at taking an offensive lineman. I think you can get another lineman later on in the draft if I'm the Chargers. So I think that with that being said, I think that they're going to reload their weapons here. And I got to spell this fellow's name right to make it accurate. All right. So with that,
I think if you're picking with your board, if I'm picking because like I said, I would have kept the Chargers at 13 to take that lineman. If I'm going, because I had the Bears trading up to like Denver, where I would go. But if you're picking here at the Chargers, I would look at Elijah Moore. I think that he's
Close.
a good I think he's a great candidate for them. Yeah, so you're taking
Put
Bateman.
Rashad Bateman.
So I would have went with Moore.
Moore, yeah, I think a lot. I think that he's up there. I think that these two, Bateman or Moore, they're both very good value picks here at 20. I think that they're I think that they very well could be breakout players next year.
Yep.
And yeah, I mean, I think a lot of people were talking about. There's a lot of chatter going on this Bateman cat from Minnesota. So I like him, and I'm gonna take him there. So moving to number 21 in the draft, we have is the Indianapolis Colts are up to draft now, and they probably should trade up for a tackle, I think. So, I mean, let's see what we have that's available now. So I think we went with this Elijah Vera-Tucker. We took Darius already's off the board, Slater's off the board, Sewell's off the board, and
they need a quarterback.
A quarterback, huh? They probably do. They're I mean, offensive tackles, like
right.
who's available? There's nobody really there.
There's the guy from Texas. There's the guy from. I mean, you took Oklahoma State.
I think Jenkins from Oklahoma State. Like I said, I think he's really good. I think the Raiders are going to get a great right tackle there. So I mean, I would that be?
You have the Alabama guy. Yeah.
You there? Did you hear that music playing?
No.
Yeah, at this point, I'm going to take the. I can't. That was pretty weird. This is actually one of your boys, Mike.
By the way, where are you on the quarterback front here? Did you have? Are all the quarterbacks off the board, like Lance and everybody? Oh, you have him.
Yeah, he's gone.
There you go. There's the Texas guy. Yeah, hook him.
That's your boy. I think this is the guy who's going to be protecting Carson Wentz, Samuel Cosmi. I mean, it was him, and I see this other guy. The kid from North. What do you think of him?
Yeah, I think he's really good. I mean, as I said, like I have no idea who the Colts would honestly pick here. So sure, I'm on board for that. I will just say this because I'm going to be heading out soon. Wide receivers, there. What are your thoughts? Because like I said, I gave you some of my locks that I liked. I don't know if you were going to do that at the end of the show or not. But the wide receivers over 4.5, I have as a lock. I actually locked that in at -200. It's at like -335 now.
In the first round,
you think they'll be over? Do you think there'll be more than 4 wide receivers taken?
I think there will be.
Yeah.
So you picked that?
Yeah, I had that one. Kyle Trask, he was under 72.5. I have him under 72.5. I have Waddle over 9.5, pick 9.5 round. And I have Carolina drafting an offensive player.
All right.
Those are my lock picks.
Nice.
But it seems like Lyman. I didn't look at the Lyman. There was one with Lyman. It was talking about it. It looks like you're very heavy on the Lyman being taken in this first round.
I am. I think that, like I said, like you even alluded to this. You have to draft an offensive lineman. I mean, especially if we have a young quarterback, like Carson Wentz needs to be protected, and there's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. And so, like I said, moving forward with the Titans, they have to get some sort of weapons back in the receiving corps. And Elijah Moore, we were discussing before. I'm taking him number 22 from Ole Miss. And what do you think of him?
I like him. I think he's the 4th best maybe the 3rd best.
Let's see. You should pronounce Justin Herbert like he's from Quebec. Yeah, okay. How much scouting have you done on these players? I watched the film. I watched these guys. A great technique. Colts should draft someone who makes sure Wentz's feelings don't get hurt. That's probably a good idea. I froze for a second. Kyle Trask that's right. I did say Trask. Still available.
They still didn't dive into everything what happened in Philly, right? With that whole entire thing, the saga that went down. You think there'll ever be a show on that, like a show on that?
The show,
How it went down?
kind of like where it was like T.O. versus Donovan.
Yeah.
I think at some point some loose lips will come out and they'll start talking about what really happened with Carson. What do you think?
I don't know. I honestly, I hope he does well in India. Am I like one of the opposite people who like wants him to do poorly? I don't know. I mean, I didn't think he was the answer in Philly. I think he's a really good quarterback. I mean, I want him to do well, but it seems like everybody wants him to do poorly. But why not want him to do well? They get a first round pick.
I would like him to do well. It's a very good point from what you just said. Because, like I said, yeah, the Eagles get a really good pick there. So, yeah, you should want him to do well. And moving forward, now we're going to discuss the Jets. They have their second pick on the board right now. And I think they're taking Najee Harris, running back, Alabama. I mean, it's not the cool thing to take running backs in the first round anymore, but I think this guy's the best player in the draft. And, I mean, the Jets, they kind of whiffed on Le'Veon Bell. Le'Veon Bell is not the same player he was. It's almost like he was cursed when he decided to hold out that 1 year and screw my fantasy team. What do you think?
I honestly have never thought about that. I don't know. I think that's early. I think everybody has the Steelers with going for him as like the lock, and I'm kind of on that same boat. So I would kind of push him back, and I'm going to take. I don't know why I'm sticking with it, but Asante Samuel, I'm still sticking with him. Or this is where I believe a Caleb Farley falls. So in my eyes, I think this is a corner. I think they go quarterback, cornerback. I think this is a Caleb Farley. He slips back a little bit, and they take him here, or Asante Samuel.
Interesting. I mean, Asante Samuel. Isn't that really amazing how the top cornerbacks in the draft, they are sons of former NFL players. You got Patrick Surtain II. You got J.C. Horn, Joe Horn's son, and Asante Samuel Jr. So, all right. So right now we have the Steelers in the clock.
So what about this, Joe? Because I'm going to head out of here. But what about this? So with the Jets, if one of those receivers, because you took Bateman and you took Moore off the table. If one of those are available, do you think the Jets go with that to give Wilson some help there, or do you think they still stick with a running back?
I think they're going to take a receiver. If one of the top receivers is not on the board, then I think you got to take Harris, and then come back with the receiver in the second or third round. They have a ton of draft picks, so I mean, with all those trades last year, definitely benefited them. I mean, you're going to get a stud, hopefully a stud quarterback open second overall, and then you're going to get the 23 and Najee Harris, who, like I said, is projected to be the best running back. And let's see what our
will you be drafting him in the third round of your fantasy football league?
Probably. Let's see. Isn't Trask the guy who helped build the Sentinels to fight the X-Men? That's probably. I think it is. He's one of the Senators. Probably. Bama never has good backs. Yeah. Okay. Are you certain about Surtain? Yeah, I think so.
He's legit.
With Ben and Haskins? Probably not. Here's Cos. Are you leaving soon?
I am. I'm leaving in about a minute. The show will get a lot better once I leave.
No, it won't, because I need someone to talk to while I'm typing this crap in. I figured I'd do it live. And with that being said, with the 24th overall pick, I'm having the Pittsburgh Steelers select Kyle Trask, quarterback from Florida. What do you think?
Risky. I am hoping that, as I said before, it's Davis Mills. That was it. I took a big flyer on him going in the first round, hoping that his stock was going to skyrocket. I think I told a couple of people about this like 6 days ago. That would be shocker. I think he goes in round 2. I think he goes day 2. I mean, it's like if you look at every single mock draft, it looks like they're taking Najee Harris. I don't know. I mean, if they don't take them, I really don't know who Pittsburgh goes with. I think maybe I don't know. This is a tough pick. If you don't just like put it there and just say he's going to go Harris because everybody has him. This is a really tough pick for Pittsburgh because they do have a lot of needs too, especially kind of building things back up. Is there a lineman that they need there? I don't know. That's risky right there for you. Yeah. As they say, what do they always say?
You got to risk it to get the biscuit.
There you go. Yeah, because you have, I mean, there's other quarterbacks. Like I said, there's, you have Mills there, and then you have the quarterback from, whatchamacallit? I don't know what his name is. I forget what his name is. Starts with a K.
Quarterback?
Yeah.
I'll look it up right now.
I don't know. I'm drawing, but that's why I'm getting tired. So it starts, I forget what his name is.
QB, right? Davis Mills?
No, he's the guy that I want, but there's another one.
Kyle Trask is the next one.
No, there's another one that's a K. I can't give it his name. He's from what the heck? I don't remember.
Kellen Mond, Texas A&M.
That's it. Yeah, him. But I don't know if that's too early too. I guess quarterbacks have the needs. I don't know.
All right. So the Jaguars are on the clock now, and they need some help on the offensive line. They also need help on defense. And right now I'm taking Asante Samuel Jr., quarterback, Florida State. What do you think of that?
That's a good one. I think I've mentioned him 4 or 5 different teams now, so I don't really know what's going to happen. There's the other corner too. What's his name? Newsome, right? Isn't he?
Yeah.
He's a corner there. So so one of those could possibly go. If I guess Farley slips out. Who do you have Parsons going to? You don't have him taken yet?
I didn't take him yet.
Do you think he's going to fall this far?
I don't know why people think he's going to fall that far, to be honest with you.
Because I was like, you don't have him, and I don't think you have Zach Collins. So you didn't have any linebackers taken yet.
No, I mean, I don't. To be honest with you, a lot of these mock drafts that I'm watching, they don't have him being taken in for some reason.
Really?
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Yeah. So now moving forward with the next pick. So Cleveland's on the clock.
No, this is where I must leave. Let's ask Pat who his father wants.
Yeah, Pat, who do you think your father's taking? Who does your father want the Browns to take right now?
Now I can't see message boards, so if he posts, you'll have to say.
I got it. Let's see. Kaz does more encores than
I've only went to one concert.
Pitt will take Kellen Mond.
That's the guy.
Ben can still play. He had a good year last year.
He was his fantasy quarterback.
Urban Meyer will crash his burn. He'll be going after 3 years.
I think he's going to be fine. What do you think? How do you think he's going to do?
I think he's going to crash and burn. I agree with you.
You think he's going to do bad?
Yeah. If it goes bad, Meyer will be going before 3 years, 2 at most. He wants J.C. Horn not happening.
Has he paid attention to anything?
All right. So with that being said, your dad wants J.C. Horn. He's not getting J.C. Horn.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Who's he want realistically? I mean, come on. That's just.
He's not lasting that long, but I think that Craig Newsom II will be there. So I mean, like Craig Newsom wasn't his father an NFL player also?
Terry? No.
That name sounds familiar.
Terence Newton? No, I don't know.
I mean, how accurate do you think I am on these picks? Do you like them?
There's some of them. I mean, I think some of yours. I think some of them is a reach, but then again, nobody knows. No, you know what I'm saying? If everybody knew, it would be like the same thing. So I was like, I understand. I do think that. I think the linebackers will. I think that both linebackers will be gone beforehand. I think you went a little heavy on the O lineman a little bit early on, but then again, if teams see a need for that, you go what you got to go with.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Right.
So here, your last question before I officially sign off here. How many trades do you think is going to happen here in the first round?
I can see probably it's like 2 or 3, perhaps.
Do you think that the Eagles will trade back in at the end of the first round?
No, I don't think so.
With like pick 29 or something going with the Packers?
Nah.
No?
I don't think that they're going to do that. They should. They have 11 picks. I mean, I don't think they're going to move back up, though. I think they're going to try to evaluate talent and see what they can do, but that probably wasn't the right move to do. But let me give you the next pick for the Baltimore Ravens. I think I spelled his name wrong. Terence Marshall Jr., wide receiver from SU. Actually, no, his name was Terrace Marshall Jr. That's right. What do you think about this guy?
I like it. I actually, I had Baltimore taking an offensive player. That was one of my other ones. It was like a plus something. I think that they do need that help, so I think they take that offensive player. So I kind of agree. All right, I'm out. Good luck. Thank you. And
All right,
I
see you
guess we'll
later.
see you in September, right?
Yeah, see you
Next
in
time we'll be here.
September.
All right, I'll see you guys.
All right, let's see. Howie wants to keep all his picks. Yeah, okay. All right, so all right, guys. So I think I was really helpful to have him help me in there. So I needed someone else to, you know, it was kind of going. It was basically me talking the whole time. So it was good to have someone to bounce things off of. So the Saints are on the clock now. All right, and there's definitely no reason that the Saints should trade back. They have a lot of needs. So they need a quarterback, wide receiver, tight end, interior lineman, offensive lineman, defensive line, linebacker, cornerback. So the Saints have a lot of needs. We're looking what we still have on the board here. Let's see. And here we are, 28th in the draft. And with the 28th pick, I have New Orleans taking Micah Noor, linebacker, Penn State. What do you guys think of that? Lightning round, last 7 picks. All right, so the next one, let me go quick on this. So I'm at an hour and 13 minutes here. I'm going a pretty decently long time. So we got the Green Bay Packers who are up. They need a wide receiver, an offensive lineman, D-line, linebacker, and corner. And on the board here, they do need a linebacker. So I'm going to take Zaven Collins from Tulsa. And that's who I'm picking there. So I think that, so Zaven Collins, that's a good one there. And then moving forward with number 30 is the Buffalo Bills. And if you look at their needs, they need a tight end, left guard, and a defensive lineman. I mean, that's pretty specific for needs there on this, what I'm looking at here. So let's see who's available. I mean, is it really worth it at this point to take the number 2 tight end off the board? And I can see that happening. So actually, I have no idea who this freaking guy is, so I'm not gonna take him. I think it's kind of they would be reaching at this point. So let's see what they have for interior linemen. Maybe they trade this pick, but I'll have them taking. They also need a defensive lineman as well. And there's a linebacker who I'm going to take now. How's everyone doing? And with that being said, I have the Buffalo Bills taking defensive lineman Levi Onwuzurike, defensive lineman out of Washington. See, what do you guys think? Probably. Maybe he'll take a wide receiver he doesn't like. All right, so then moving on. Well, I'm going to see if I can get this finished soon. So let's see who's number 31. Is the Chiefs traded their pick to the Ravens again. So the Ravens are on the clock. And they need a linebacker. So So I have the Ravens in their second pick taking linebacker Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah from Notre Dame. And the last pick from the first round is the Buccaneers are on the clock. And if you look at what they need a quarterback, a running back, O-lineman, linebacker, cornerback, and safety. So the defending champions probably don't really need a ton. See, so how about we say that they is there really a quarterback worth taking at this point? I don't think so. I mean, a lot of people had Justin Fields mocked to the Buccaneers at this point, and it's kind of tough choosing here. All right, so I'm going to have them taking a running back at this point. And I think very much so, like they said, that I think that somebody could probably possibly trade in the round. I'm having taking Travis Etienne, running back from Clemson. I think some people have him as a second running back in the draft. And there's another running back, Javonte Williams from North Carolina. But I like this Travis Etienne from Clemson. So that's it. That's the mock draft for tomorrow. We'll see how I'm doing, how I did with all these picks. And I'll probably have these listed, but I've been live for an hour and 20 minutes so far, so that's been a long time. Let's see. That's a good pick for them. Yeah, it could be. Could be a good pick. So what's everyone been up to? We're down to our last viewers. And I'd like to say thank you guys for sticking around for this long period of time. Hope it's been good TV for you guys. Anybody got any good wrestling trivia for me? You guys want to watch me drink the Warner Brothers Tower again? I look like King Kong. All right. Come on, give me some wrestling trivia. Mom, Dad, Uncle Frank, where are you guys? That thing looks like it belongs on the water cooler. Yeah, well, it is a gallon of water. Build life, so helps me stay hydrated. All right, guys, this has been an hour and 20 minutes, but I had a great time. I love speaking for the audience. I love being in front of you guys on camera here. Um, there's not a lot of stressful things more than being on live TV, and it just feels cool, or live, streaming online, and it's just fun. I definitely enjoy doing it, and we'll see you next time. I mean, maybe I'll do some more live streams here. We'll talk about some other things. I've I definitely got to get back to podcasting. I mean, Lit Chat, I've had 4 episodes. I'm thinking about rebranding it, something else new, maybe something with fitness, where I'm a dad trying to lose weight, getting in shape, calling it something like Mission DILF. Tell me what you think about that, or Operation DILF. I did look up Operation DILF, and I think that's some sort of like gay erotica. So I probably have to change my name to something like Operation or something like that, or yes, more podcasts. All right, Mike, he likes that. Join me in doing DDP yoga. Touchdown. What does he go? Touchdown. Hook it up. All right, guys. Well, it was fun. See you next time. And until then, stay lit.